Okay. So like, fucking Sonic Chronicles is a fucking turn-based RPG. God, I said like 4 fuckings in the first 20 seconds.
What the fuck?
Sonic Chronicles is a turn-based RPG set in the Sonic universe. Uh, it's for the Nintendo DS. It's the only system it released for. Uh,
Uh-huh.
it, it's
Uh-huh.
you start off as Sonic and only Sonic. So like, why the fuck am I charging my key? Anyway, you start off as
Where are you?
Sonic. I'm playing Dragon Ball FighterZ.
What is it? What are you doing in question though?
Fighting
Who?
Tien. Yeah, screw it. I don't care about the fucking tutorial. Anyway, back to Sonic Chronicles.
Damn it!
So, you start off as Sonic, and you're just trying to like do some shit. I don't fucking remember the story completely. The beginning of the game sucks ass. That's not what I'm. Like, yeah, that's what I'm here to talk about, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. The music is fucking horrible. Um, I have like a nostalgic connection to the music from the game. Don't. It sucks ass.
True.
You wouldn't know. You've never played it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I can send you the fucking track later. I'll fucking edit it in as I'm talking. But like, it's
Alright,
got the
already
most.
demonetized. Already demonetized. Here we go.
This has been demonetized for a while, but I don't even get monetization. But Womp. But what happens is it sounds like you're it sounds like it sounds like the game can't choose if it's on like the SNES or if it's on a fucking Nintendo DS. So it's like this big crushed MIDI file slugfest that you have to deal with. And it's like, God, I wish I'd rather just off myself instead of listening to this music. And it's fucking hilarious because some of the music, if it wasn't so bit crushed, would actually sound good.
Why did they big crush it though?
Because they're bad at making games.
Fair enough.
That's my only guess.
I can't I can't complain about that.
Cause like it's Jesus, excuse me. It's like
Jesus.
It's like Jesus. You know. But it's just straight up like such a shitty ass soundtrack, and it's sad because it's like
I bet my farts could make better drops in it.
no, because one, it doesn't even have drops. I can hold on. I'll fucking play some of it right now, in the fucking Discord VC that we're using. Because I want you to hear some of this shit. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. That's the game we're fucking talking about. That's a fucking playthrough. No. Oh, Alpharad played the game? I forgot I watched that. OST. That's a really... Okay, that's everything wrong with video. So I have the OST up now. I'm trying to think of which... Oh, that's the remade version. I'll put that up later. Let me fucking stream this with you on Discord. Because, like, this fucking soundtrack is so goddamn shitty.
Can't we just use, watch together?
I don't want
to...
I don't care. Like... We could, but I'm too lazy. Let's listen to this shit!
They were not cooking with this one.
That's the fucking Spanish cover.
what's ironic? What's ironic is that Pokemon can make better music than this for the DS.
Pokemon is like known to make banger music.
They just press random fucking.
This sounds like
things.
I opened up FL Studio, clacked my keyboard, and put it in a MIDI file.
Sounds like I smashed my head on the keyboard.
Like this is the most iconic track from the damn franchise, from the damn game. I'm gonna turn it down so we can talk over it while people can still listen to it in the background. It's so fucking shitty. And there's actually good, like, there's actual, like... Oh god, this one really sucks because you hear big grunting during half of it.
I feel like I'm getting a show in my left ear.
Yeah, it's like almost entirely there!
Like, what the hell? What is this?
It's so fucking bad. It's like... And like the battle tracks are good. Like that's the thing, I like the battle tracks. Like some of the battle tracks in this game are like actually kind of cool if they weren't so fucking compressed.
If they weren't, I don't get why they had like.
Dimps just doesn't know how to make music. Dimps had good work on the Sonic Rush franchise, on the Sonic Rush game style, but they don't know how to make music for this. Like if I were to go to like the battle music, cause like there is battle music. I just gotta like here.
Oh.
Like, this is probably the worst battle music in the game.
Ew.
This actually sounds like they recorded that instrument, the main one, farther away from the mic.
Like on purpose or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of upsetting.
Like, listen to this. Like, this is one of the better battle tracks. I mean, the boss battle tracks are the best. Like, you wouldn't have this part of the battle. Like, why is that right at the beginning?
I wish I could tell you. I can't. It's just bad. That's what it is. It's just bad.
It's just bad at best. And like, it gets past the point where it's like, ironic good. It's not ironic good at all. Like, this, I think this track can be said as, like, ironic good to an extent. I don't think you can say that for the next, like, it's slower, but, like, why is there fucking clapping? Like, who the fuck is clapping? Like, if these aren't bit crunched due to the DS. They were bit crunched before they went into the game!
actually pisses me off. It's like, why would you do this? It just ruins the quality of the music
The
and
soundtrack.
the quality of the
Soon.
game.
Soon I will go back to the remade one because that sounds so much better. But because it's a fan project. Like, you can tell how Big Crush this is!
If you make horrible soundtrack, it's not going to entice people to want to play it. Like,
No! It never will!
I'm gonna go. This game has a bad soundtrack. I probably don't.
This game, I will compliment the game on this. It is a unique battle system. You use the touchpad for everything.
Interesting.
It is genuinely some of the most fun you will have with a DS touchpad. It is also some of the least fun your ears will ever have. Like, yeah, people say they love a music track. No one says they love a music track from this OST. Listen to this shit.
No.
This is garbage.
Just stop. Like, honestly.
Like, oh, I'm freaking skipping to the next one with the actual bosses. The boss track is fine. Now, I think this boss track doesn't work for a lot of the boss fights.
It sounds like some sort of like laboratory type music.
Yeah, this sounds like an area boss music.
Like you're going through the laboratory trying to like get to the main center part or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good race against the clock track. Like, this doesn't sound like a boss theme, in my opinion.
Shouldn't.
I do like the track, but it's not a boss theme.
I don't see how it.
And, like, we're getting to the
Ew.
final boss tracks now.
Ew.
Oh, fun fact, I haven't even said a single thing about the story of this game.
I'm going to assume that the story is just as bad.
No, actually, I like the story. The story's pretty alright.
Shocking.
Like, let's go to the final boss theme. Fun fact, you barely hear this track because you fight this final boss as Super Sonic. You hit one combo on him, he's dead.
That's disappointing.
This is a 5.5 minute track. This is a 5 minute, almost 6 minute track. You hear it for 2 at most.
What the hell?
Oh god, that bass.
Oh.
Ugh.
It sounds like a door replication of the like hard like font or whatever.
This sounds like there was issues being made with the music. Just... This
Wait,
might be the...
shop.
Nope, this is the fucking wind track.
I'm shopping apparently.
Yeah, I won a shopping trip. Woohoo! You get to go buy items. Oh, fun fact about this game because fun fact about this game because I played to 100% save file completion outside of DLCs, outside of downloadable channels they had at like GameStop years ago, and I do mean that, by the way. I think I still have that save file. This game, I had to do 3 playthroughs to 100% it.
Jesus.
So I had to deal with I know the fucking meta strats for this game because of how I kind of knew was the strats going in because like oh I played this during my childhood and I found this game to be harder at the end because I didn't know what team to go in with, so I was going in with just characters I liked, which means I had Sonic, Shadow, Omega, and Tails on one team. Horrible team layout.
Out of how many characters in the game?
There are technically 10. There are 10 playable, only 9 are playable actually, no, there's like 12 playable. There's 12 playable characters, you can only use 8 of them at the end.
Interesting.
I will say the main way to beat the game is to abuse Cream with the Luck Chow. That's a really bad way of putting it, but Cream's thing is like Cream's main ways of helping the team. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's not the luck one. The luck one is used for someone. The luck one is used for someone else. What you want to do is have the double BP or double special point Chow on Cream. That way you can spam healing moves constantly. Because they kind of purposely make the bosses bad at the end. Not bad, like, against you, but bad to fight. Because some of them have special effects. Some of them... there's one that you can't win because they drown you. Like, it's really an unwinnable battle via the story. And, like, that's part of the story is the fact that it's an unwinnable battle.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that. There's a different one that you just can't win because, like, a bunch of story beats will keep you from winning a boss battle. Then a different character will come and save you. Then a different character will come and save you. Until the final boss, where it's just like, okay, why did the game end now? And then they tease a sequel that never happened.
Simply...
I have never listened to this track. Why is this one 11 minutes? Why is a loose track 11 minutes?
Hell?
I've never listened to that one in my life because I've never lost a battle in this game because I'm just that goated.
Chat. He was goated with the sauce.
Chat, recognize how goated I am at this game. Like, this is the remade. Look at how, like, do you hear how good this sounds?
It actually sounds...
Like, oh, I follow the remake on Twitter for, like, I follow the remake's history for a while when I really got back into this game when I was 100%ing it. Oh my god, I've watched every single one of these OSTs, so like this is me rewatching them, but like they're so much better made. They're so much better made. If we go to like a battle theme, I don't actually know if they have the battle theme done. They do.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see how this is a battle theme.
How? Okay. It's still, it sounds like some sort of like laboratory thing.
Especially this one.
This just sounds like you're on a lower level.
This game's soundtrack sounds like nothing but technology, and this game is very much not that. But like, this sounds infinitely better than the tracks you're listening to from the actual soundtrack.
This one, it sounds like it would like be some sort of like mini boss of some sort.
Yeah, I could see it as being like the mini boss theme even. But like, it's not. It's just one of the battle themes, which like, okay, that's fine. That's a good battle theme. But I don't think it's anything but. Shout out to the Blur Cafe on YouTube, by the way, for this playlist.
Goated. They are goated.
Ooh, nice guitar.
Ooh.
But like, this doesn't sound like a battle theme, right?
It does not. And it is?
Yeah, this is a battle theme.
That's crazy.
That's just a straight up drill. That's just a drill. Why is there a drill?
Who's turning on the drill?
I mean, it'd be Tails, but like, you actively are. I'll give you some. I'll give you people that want to try Sonic. People that want to try Sonic Chronicles out. Don't use Tails late game.
I'm guessing Tails is only good like early game.
Yeah, because because it's the only time you can really do much with him. Because he starts to get outclassed like when Shadow gets introduced. Because like he gets outclassed support wise by Cream, and Rouge does his gimmick better in terms of attacking. So it's a thing of like Tails is just outclassed by other people in the game, and it's like kind of sad because Tails' whole thing is cool, but like it only works it doesn't work that often. Like, this sounds cool.
This actually kind of sounds pretty cool.
But it's like, what the hell is, like... Why the hell is there a background robot?
Am I getting hacked by the government?
It's like... Like, we can listen to the X stuff next, which is the final boss of the game. So it's like... The battle tracks are improved. They're definitely improved, but it's an issue of, like... What the fuck? There is an issue... Now it's an issue of... They don't sound like they're actually meant for this.
It sounds like they're made for, like, another game, in a way.
Yeah, it sounds like they approached them later on in the process and said, hey, this is a Sonic game, by the way, and they were like, what? It's like, what?
What, the jingles?
It's like, okay, we're gonna make a robot-based RPG, and it's like, okay, cool, can you make it a Sonic game? Sure? Like, why is there screaming? Oh, wait, that actually is kind of... That goes kind of hard. This beginning goes kind of hard.
Ooh. Not bad.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. Like, that was pretty good. Like, that was the whole track. They didn't keep it too long, either. Of course, there is, like, a 5-second gap. And this is the final boss. It sounds like there's stakes.
True.
Like, it sounds like we need to take it seriously. And we do, because we're fucking supersonic. The issue with being supersonic is that you're overpowered. You have to purposely lose.
Really?
Basically.
I'm guessing it's for the plot.
You get plot armor.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
It's not even a thing where it's like, okay, make the final boss difficult. You do plot armor supersonic boss fight for no sequel. And, like, I know there was supposed to be a sequel, and that's been a thing that's been known for a long time, is that there was supposed to be a sequel to this game.
Never got it?
Never got it. Never got greenlit. Never got, approved. Nothing.
Fucking hell. That's unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah, it's, like, kind of sad that this possible series, it gets struck down because the first game performed so poorly, partially due to the oversight of, oh, wait, we have no music. That's what, like, half of an RPG is.
Yeah. If it doesn't have music, then what's the point of playing it if, like...
You can't listen to anything cool.
Yeah, basically.
So it's like...
You need music to keep the people...
interested.
Enticed in the game.
Yeah, it's a thing, like, it's not gaming 101, but it's like gaming 104. Like, you are really underestimating people if you don't think that they're gonna... If you think that they're not gonna, like, be like, oh, this music sucks. Why should I continue... Like, why should I feel anything? Because they are. They always will.
Mm-hmm.
That's just an issue with bad games. That's just an issue with, like, bad soundtracks in general. They actively make people not want to play the game as much. Like... Okay, there was a whole thing on Twitter where, like, as a big bit, as a massive bit, I talked Sonic Chronicles up and was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for, like, a tiny bit, make my account about it and such, and that's what caused me to replay the game and 100% it. Was like, okay, if I'm gonna do the bit, I might as well really commit to the bit, and I did, and I had fun with the game. I had the music muted most of the time. One,
So you couldn't give like a true opinion on it.
no, I remember the music, and if I didn't, and when I didn't have it muted, I would be like, oh god, why did I unmute the music? Cause it's like, oh, it's like actively just mid. And you actively don't want to listen to the damn music, and that is a shame with this game. It's like the one thing I can never say Chronicles got right was the music.
Yikes.
I think Chronicles had a great control-based system on their hands. I think you couldn't transfer it to anything else because it only worked for the DS and 3DS. But that's where the series was going to be anyway. There was no way it was getting put elsewhere. And it's like, compare this to other Sonic games at the time. Compare it to the Sonic Rushes. Really just compare it to Sonic Rush. Sonic Colors DS, if you want, I guess. I don't know. Compared to a lot of different games coming out for Sonic, both at the time, and take a look at other RPGs in the DS. Take a look at the Pokemon series. Around the time of Sonic Chronicles release, which I believe was 20... It's either earlier on... hold on, Sonic Chronicles... The Dark Brotherhood. Let me look at the release date for this game. 2008.
Mm-hmm.
In 2008, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl had come out.
More people were interested in Pokemon back then.
Not just that. I'm talking about music-wise. You had Cynthia's theme, already setting a major bar in terms of like video game OSTs and RPG OSTs, and being like, okay, well, now we gotta up this bar. So it's like, okay, if we up the Cynthia bar, what do we do from there? Because it's like, you up the Cynthia bar, you get Black and White and Black and White 2. I would be straight up, those games have better music. And like Black and White and Black and White 2 didn't release until like 2010.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
No, not 2010, because Black and White 2 came out around that point. I think Black and White 1 came out earlier in the DS's life. Let me actually look at this. Black and White 1. I don't know why Black and White Sonic came up on my screen, but it did. Thank you, Google. Sonic. Black and White Sonic. You mean Shadow? He's black and red.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Looks Pokemon enough to me.
Because it's like... Because, like, you look at Black and White 1 Pokemon. They released in 2010. Okay, then. Yeah. 2 years later, Black and White come out. And it's like... Okay... Now, if you want to look at other DS games with fantastic soundtracks for, like, RPGs, Fire Emblem's probably up there. I don't know. I don't play Fire Emblem. You have Fire Emblem. Conquest, I think. Pokemon Conquest had pretty good music, and that was a different kind of RPG. You have a bunch of RPGs on the 3DS that just have better music. So it's such a fucking shame that this game had... It's such a shame that this game had possibly the worst soundtrack on the DS.
It had potential until they ruined the music.
It's everything else with the game screams at least 3 million copies. I don't think this game sold 3 million copies.
Highly doubt that.
Let me see how many it sold. Holy shit! This game released everywhere. This game released in Japan last. That's how you know this isn't good.
Oh damn!
It got a 74 from Metacritic.
Interesting.
That's weird. Sales. 30 to 39,000. That's in 2008. So, like, but that's from, like, October 2008. Sales. Sonic Chronicles sold poorly in Japan with only 2,100 sales reported within the first week of release, which was blamed on the overall lack of promotion for the game in the region. It eventually sold 7,533 units. It sold at least 100,000 in the UK. And Chronicles briefly became the 10th best-selling DS game in North America in October before dropping off the charts entirely.
Oh my! It fell off entirely.
That means it wasn't in the top 100.
It it went way past that.
10th, I think, was the release month. Because it released in October. It released in September, but late September. Released in September 30th. So really, its first month was October 2008. Oh, there's also the plagiarism allegations with the game. That's from Ken Penders, and Ken Penders is a bitch. Frosty random opinion, folks. Frosty random opinion, that's more fact than opinion. Ken Penders is a bitch.
That's crazy.
I know, right? But like, this game, God, this game could have been so much more than what it was. It's such a, it's such a middling game. When this game,
It had.
it's
if
such,
they had
it's
pushed-
such a 5 out of 10. When this game could have been a 7.
If they had pushed like ads for the game. then I
No,
would've-
because
I
that's
would've-
the Japan only issue. They had advertised the game a fair bit in North America. One, October 2008 was a fucking quiet month if that became the 10th best-selling game. But it's like, okay, what are you doing in terms of like when you release in Japan last and you don't have any promotion for your game in Japan, the place where your headquarters is located, you know you're not confident in this game because it's not made by Sega in Japan. It was a North American title. It always was.
Fucking no. If it was actually made by Sega, then the music probably would have been way better.
That's the thing, this game wasn't made... It was published by Sega and given the Sonic title, but I believe Dimps made this game. Not the game that's on screen, because I'm playing a completely different game while talking about a completely different game. But, shout out to Dragon Ball FighterZ and the story mode that I still need to play through on my Switch. But it's like... but it's just... Oh, hi Android 21. Anyway, it's, BioWare, not Dimps. BioWare. Oh my god, BioWare. Oh my god, they could not make music to save their lives. Hi, Android 21.
Hi, Android 21.
It's just
Okay, back to what I was saying, guys.
It's just so fucking mid. Nice looking game? No.
Oh, the game's pretty bad.
People love it because of nostalgia. And I do think this game is better than people think nowadays, because it's like, specifically Sonic fans, it's like a black sheep among the community. More than Sonic Forces is, and that's a fucking surprise. If you associate with Sonic fans and you say, hey, I liked Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, you will be blacklisted. Shouts to Roxy and Weasley, because you two are Sonic fans, and you know I like this game, and you two still deal with me, even though I said it. I've not been blacklisted from that part of the Sonic community. Roxy hasn't played Sonic in a while.
Yet.
Well, here's the thing. My next Frosty's Freezer video is making them play the fucking game.
I invited my friends to play Sonic.
Not Frontiers though. Sonic Chronicles.
They would
Fucking kill me.
They would. Yeah.
I couldn't pay them to play this game. I'm fairly sure Weasley and Roxy have both played this game. I'm not sure about Roxy though. I'm fairly sure Weasley has played Sonic Chronicles. He has an actual opinion because he played this damn game. I have more of one because I have 100% of the damn game.
That's so crazy. So it's like it's all up to you on, and I don't even know how to word this, honestly. I just
It's just so fucking mid. It's just so fucking mid. This game had potential to be so much more.
it had potential.
This game released this game released in 2008. Hi, Modern Android 21. This game released in 2008, and it feels like there's so much left that you could have delayed this game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't think this needed to be released at the end of September. I think BioWare just said, fuck it, that's good enough, and then forgot to put the soundtrack in. They're like, oh shit, we left the placeholder tracks in. Are you sure we want to release this? Why not? Our license with Sonic is running out anyway. And then it got renewed, so like... But like, compared to all the other Sonic DS games, like the one... Like, not, I keep saying dimps, but I'm talking more about the ones from, like the Sonic Rush games and stuff like that. It's like... There's so much more they could have done. Sonic Colors on the DS is an underrated Sonic game. Because it's just so... It's surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a remake of Sonic Colors for the Nintendo DS. You do not expect that to be good. It might be the better game than the actual one on Wii. And I love Sonic Colors for the Wii. I love Sonic Colors. I've never played the DS version either.
But you just love it.
Like, I've never played the DS version, but I've played too much of the Wii version. I didn't buy Colors Ultimate because I knew how much of a bug-related mess that was, and I didn't want to support Blind Squirrel for putting out games that a blind squirrel would enjoy.
That's fair. I mean,
It's just
I'm guessing because you have the experience. You have the experience on the Wii, which means you have experience elsewhere when it comes to the characters and all that other stuff, right?
Like, I know more about the Sonic franchise than people expect. Like, my main channel, Frosty Random, check it out. Nice shameless plug by me. I really am a YouTuber. But, like, my channel is literally Pokemon. I know a lot more about other franchises than people think. This game right now, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I love the Dragon Ball franchise. Absolutely love the Dragon Ball franchise. Probably my actual favorite franchise. Then there's Mario. Like Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi, and normal 2B platform Mario. I haven't dealt and also just mainline Mario. I've played all 3 versions. So
Interesting.
I will say I've played a lot more franchises than people think, and I'm currently playing through the Thousand Year Door remake. I haven't gotten too far in it, but it's pretty. It's pretty good so far. I would think. Like for my minimal experience within that game, my only Paper Mario experience is playing Super Paper Mario, which is not an RPG. That is a like platformer. It's like a platformer with RPG elements. And I love the story of Super Paper Mario, but like, it's not a full-on RPG. Anyway, back to Sonic Colors and the only RPG for Sonic. It's like, it's just as true as something he doesn't actually know is true.
I don't know what you're. It's not a common topic to me.
Yeah, like it's entirely just a thing on like I wanted to talk about this in particular because it's just like it's just insane to me that this game has so much potential and it's just gone to waste.
And they threw it all away.
Yeah, it's just so fucking it's so mediocre at best, and it hurts that it's so mediocre at best. I want the game. There's a fan project right now that's entirely dedicated to remaking the game and remaking everything, and I so desperately wish that fan project gets done. Like, not sooner rather than later, because they're just getting like the first area done. I desperately hope that project just finishes, because that's what the game should be.
I'm guessing they're doing good or something.
I haven't checked on their progress in a while, but it's such a like, they were making the game they were remaking the game, going on the baseline of the original game, which includes remaking the world, soundtrack. It's not like a port. They were remaking the game.
From scratch.
From scratch, based on modern hardware. So they could do more with it. They had a few more liberties to take. Because they could probably include some more characters that were in the original game if they decide to do that. Because, like, there's a couple of characters I think could have been in the original game that weren't in it. Of course, there's also the unique characters like Shade. Who is a completely unique character to this game.
We love Shade.
You don't even know what Shade is.
True.
So Shade the Echidna.
Oh, you just spoke fucking hacking code to me?
No. So, spoiler alert for if you all haven't played the game. Because this is actually where I start to spoil stuff outside the name of the final boss. Shade, who is the main antagonist up until Blue Ridge Zone, in my opinion, is an echidna in a mechanical suit. And like I said, she is your main antagonist up until Blue Ridge, in which afterwards you actually recruit her. Because she gets betrayed by the true leader of the still alive echidnas, Ix, who wants to take over Angel Island, and he's actually successful in doing that.
I'm good.
And he takes Angel Island into I don't remember the name of the area, but it's there's like four different there's like four islands, and there, well, he doesn't actually he doesn't actually take Angel Island completely. He just wants the Master Emerald, which he does take, which causes the Angel Island to just fall out of the fucking sky like it does. So he takes the Master Emerald with him into a black hole, which isn't actually a black hole, it's a wormhole. It's a wormhole to a chain of about 4 or 5 different floating islands in space, all of which are basically banished societies.
Like outcasts in a way.
No, like banished because they were too powerful. So, like the Echidnas were banished because they were getting too powerful for their own world. There's like these rock people that have like max defense unless you hit their weak point. I'll probably put a video up on screen if I still have it of the fucking Sonic just beating one in and it takes 0 damage. So then there's like these jellyfish people. They kind of look like Nihiligo.
That's an Ultra Beast from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Thank you for actually explaining something to the viewers.
I'm pretty sure Frosty will put an image up for.
I will. Yes, I will. I will do very minimal editing with this, and I will put an image up for people that do not know what Nihiligo looks like, and I'll put an image of the alien I'm talking about as well, to say there's a reason I said kinda. It's not a definite match, but they kind of look similar. They're both jellyfish. They're both jellyfish aliens.
They both control hosts, maybe.
No. They are the hosts.
Oh.
But they both don't speak correctly. I don't know. The jellyfish aliens are weird in Chronicles. And not just weird because of jellyfish aliens, but weird in terms of like how they function compared to literally every other alien in the game. Because when you do fight them, and you do eventually fight them, it is a weird mixture. You really just kind of just win. They don't actually put up that much of a fight. Their main thing is hitting you with, like, poison damage. But, Cream, who's the best support class in the game, can just heal that off. So, it's not too hard of a fight, to be honest.
But it's still a fight, nonetheless.
Because there's, like, the Voxai clan, which I think is the jellyfish. There's the best one in my opinion is like these half robots that that do have guns. In fact, they are guns. And they're like the most intimidating aliens. But they're like pushovers in battle.
Wow, they have guns and yet you still win against them. That's crazy.
I mean, keep in mind, Sonic has been winning against guns ever since he got introduced. So, like, winning against guns is not anything new for the Sonic franchise.
This just means that guns are defective.
I mean, there's an entire organization named Gun, and half their shtick is that they aren't good at their job.
You know what? That's fair.
Half their shtick is that they had to rely on Rouge the Bat to help them. Speaking of characters in the Sonic franchise, why don't we get to know the cast of heroes from this game? Well, you have Sonic, of course, as you start with him. You have Tails as your second. You have the main 4 as your first 4 characters to play as: Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. Later on, starting from Capital City, you get Rouge, and Rouge is pretty bad. Just straight up, Rouge is pretty bad. Damage-wise, support-wise, her main thing is stealing items when most enemies don't have items. Because most enemies are incapable of holding items. The best thing is she can steal items from bosses, which doesn't work half the time. So go look at that. Uh, she sucks. Then the next character you unlock is in the ruins. Where you can get Big the Cat. He's pretty good in terms of just damaging. Like, he's a good, like, he's unironically one of the better characters in the game in terms of tanking and just hitting hard. After that, you can unlock the Cream the Rabbit from a side quest. She is the only character you can miss in the entire game. You do not want to miss her. Because she is the best character in the game.
How good?
She is required to win, basically. If you do not put Cream on your team for the final boss battle, unless you really just don't take hits, which you can't really avoid hits in the game, you're almost screwed for that final area if you don't have Cream on a team. She is legitimately the best character in the game with access to the best Chow in the game. Cheese gives plus 10 luck. Yeah, Cheese gives plus 10 luck. So you want to take her pet Chow away from her to give it to a different character that wants crits. You can give it to Omega, who is also in the game. No, there are two missable characters, Cream and Omega. Two of the best characters in the game. Omega cannot travel beyond a certain point, though. Cream can. But if you want to give her her Chow to like Omega, if you want to give it to, I've given it to Sonic a couple times. I've given it to Amy as well, who loves the extra damage from crits. And then I've given Cheese to Shadow the most often, who is the next character you unlock story-wise in Blue Ridge Zone. Him and Sonic race for a bit, then you fight a boss battle with him, and then you recruit him, and then like 2 seconds after, Shade appears. Which is the first and only Shade fight in the game. But speaking of Shade, she's the next character, I believe she is the next character you unlock.
Interesting.
Well,
like,
oh wait, no. Because then you get Eggman.
What's the unlock order? Like, who goes first, and then who do you unlock last?
Give me 1 second to look at this.
Because like there has to be. I'm guessing there's a certain way.
There is a definite order. It's just I'm not remembering them.
It was like an order or something that.
There is an order. I just don't know which order they're in. Why'd I have to go to a fandom wiki for this, man? This is gonna take 4 years to load. Like, if I were to not go to a fandom wiki and instead go to a serviceable wiki, that's a different fandom wiki. Just go to actual Wikipedia.
Honestly, at that point, yeah.
So if we go to, okay. Okay, that's not telling me the order of the characters. Hold on. There's a tier list from like 4 years ago for Sonic Chronicles. Sonic Chronicles team tier list. It's on Reddit. The White Mage, otherwise known as like the best character in Final Fantasy, Cream. Amazing damage is given to Shadow and Knuckles. I agree, but I put Omega up there too. They have Omega in pretty good. Still useful is Shade, Tails, and Amy. Big and Eggman are limited use. I actually disagree. Big is pretty good, and then Rouge is the thief. Oh, right. So the Chow you want to give Cream is the one that eliminates combos for POW moves, which are the special moves. That basically means you get free heals.
Mm-hmm.
I will say overall that the like the game itself is fine. Like overall, I don't want you guys to think that I dislike this game. I do like this game, to be honest. Like,
It just
okay, I have an order.
It just has its flaws, and like
Very much so. I have an order, by the way.
every other game. And also, what's the order?
I think this order is a bit wrong. It has Knuckles after Big, but you can get Knuckles. You get Knuckles before Big. Actually, no. You do have to get Big before Knuckles. I keep forgetting that. So it's Sonic, Amy, Tails, Big, Knuckles, Cream, Shadow, Eggman, Omega, and Shade. Those are your 10 characters. You are forced into 8 by the end of the game because Eggman and Omega will be gone. I believe they are locked behind chapters 4 and 5.
What do you mean by gone? Can you, like...
They will not be playable after chapters 4 and 5 because they will stay on Earth.
Interesting.
Because you do go into the wormhole. Because there's a lot with the game where it's like, oh, let me explain this character and this character, and it's like, maybe not. Because, like, this game doesn't explain its own characters well either.
So does that mean, like...
I think there are, like, most of the characters don't need to be explained. There are already Sonic characters. I think Shade is the one that really needs to be explored more, but they can't use Shade. They can't use her again. They can't use her again because of Ken Pender's, that whole thing. It's like his character or something. I don't remember.
But it's
something legalized I don't really care about.
Legalized nuclear bombs.
Legalized nuclear bombs. Anyway.
Just anyways.
So, there's not much more to go over with the game now. It's like, it's just straight up, like, I like, this game could have been much more than it is, but at the same time, I don't think they would have accomplished it. Not because they had a specific limitation, but I think they were given a specific limitation of their budget was ass. More just, there were too many behind-the-scenes issues to make this game super big. This game was not going to reach, like, actual fame outside of a very niche game among Sonic players. This game was always going to be that niche, enjoyable RPG for Sonic players, but I think it doesn't even reach that because of how much they mess up in the game. I think that's it, though. I think that's all I have to say now. Like, I think I've talked enough. I've talked for over an hour about Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. This is more than anyone's talked about it in 10 years. It's...
True.
I could give a full-on review of the game, but I'm not going to. This is not what this is about. If I were to give a review, this would have to be scripted. I think with the amounts of ums that were said, I think you can tell that this was not scripted. I just wanted to rant.
He loves ranting, folks.
Folks, we got him to say it.
Shut up.
Folks, this is Freezer.
Oh,
Oh. So, yeah, actually, let me segue into that for a bit. I'll talk about it for a very quick bit. So, this is over an hour into the video. Welcome to Frosty's Freezer. You guys know me as Frosty Random or Frosty. This is going to be my second channel where I do stuff like this.
but he likes to rant.
Yeah, there's gonna be more than rants on here. Don't worry about it. I have a lot more planned in the future for this. But just stay tuned for it. But I think that's all I have to say. Jaws, is there anything you need to say?
No, not really, except, like, stay tuned for more episodes.
I thought you were gonna go into a really, really cliche thing, like, stay frosty, everyone.
Yeah, stay frosty, everyone.
Nah, you gotta get a better tagline. Like this one. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, freeze yourselves till we come back.
Did you end it?